All right. So, in class today, our professor told us a story, and it blew my mind. And I wanted to make a video about kind of what the story that he told us, but also the long-term value of the story that he told us. Um, so the class is financial, no, not financial. It's security analysis and portfolio management, which my old roommate was a finance and banking major, and he told me investments was probably the most valuable class in his degree. Long term, also, yes, we learned about the stock market. Yes, we learned about what makes a good portfolio and how to invest money to continuously have decent gains and compoundedly take care of our family financially and be secure in our finances. Well, this class is more about portfolios, how to have multiple stocks in your portfolio, in your investments, be invested in very different areas to limit the risk, but also just to get you some return. And we're learning about it, but I knew that compoundedly, the information that we're learning can make us millions or hundreds of thousands. It takes a very long time, but that's what habits are. You make small decisions now, so to long term be better well off. The reason people go vegan is not necessarily because the food is great, but it's for their long term health can always be where in good standing. There's a quote that says a lot of in the beginning of our life we give up our health for wealth, and then at the end of our life we try to give up our wealth for more health. So I guess what people do when they eat healthy, exercise for a very long time, it's so they may not necessarily need all the wealth to take care of the health. But in the finance class, we were preparing for a test, and me and another classmate had talked about, like, man, the information we're learning is kind of worth hundreds of thousands of dollars if you learn it right, if you learn the exact way to approach it. And I had mentioned it in class. I was like, hey, professor, like it's really interesting that like we worry about the test, but the information that we're learning is actually like the most valuable. Like it's not necessarily the test. Like we can all get C's on the test, but if we truly understand the material, we may get A's, making $100,000 over our lifetime because of the investments that and our ability to manage our portfolio well. And he was like, yeah, I'll give y'all an example. So investments, they're all different investment vehicles. Some people mutual funds. Most people know about IRAs or Roth IRAs because work kind of partners with you and they match and stuff along those lines. But the key is to start early, so then later in your life you'll get the compound interest. Well, he told us, he's a PhD, he has his doctorate in finance. He told us for his 3 kids, he started their IRAs when they were babies, when they were actually infants. And he said the IRA has rules about when somebody can earn it, but the moment you earn some money with work that you did, that's when you can start putting money into a Roth IRA. And so he was putting in money when his child was his first child, I believe he said, was a model, and he got paid as a child model for like a commercial or something along those lines, something small. But because he had earned money, he started his IRA, and luckily he has the security, the job security to continuously put money in. But now he said his child, who is in junior high, has more than is worth more than 6 figures because of all the investments that he made. And it's not only the fact that his child may be worth 6 figures, or his child can't touch the money until 59 when he retires, like IRAs are, but the fact that his child is now taken care of, his college fund is taken care of, his wedding will be taken care of if he pays for the wedding, car payments, college education, their first child. But as we were just kind of laughing and kind of in awe that was possible, our professor said Yeah, most finance professors may know this stuff, but it's the ones that do it that actually get the value out of the knowledge that they've gotten. And he mentioned, yeah, not only are my kids taken care of, but my grandkids are taken care of, and I don't even know them, which I thought was really funny because his kid's in junior high. Like, his kid may have not had a girlfriend yet, but whoever he ends up having kids with, their entire family lineage is going to be taken care of because of the information that he studied. So I really just kind of wanted to make a video expressing that story, but also the power of a college education. None of this would have happened if we weren't in college or had the opportunity to ask questions to someone that was more educated than we are. So just kind of wanted to make a quick video. That story blew me away. His entire family lineage is now taken care of. I'm planning on learning how he did it, and a bunch of us in class now set up a day where he's going to tell us about life finances, family planning financial strategies, career planning financial strategies. So hopefully my family lineage will be taken care of. Everyone in that class's family lineage will be taken care of. As long as we are able to provide and take the steps. Yes, it requires you to be able to continually invest quite a bit, but our kids may not need to be worth six figures, or we may not have the job security that our professor has to help our child not worry about college, but we may be able to start early and get them at least 50,000, maybe even 20,000 for college, so it's not such a big burden. But I know in entrepreneurship circles, a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't want to go to college." You don't need to go to college to start a business. But this kind of stuff, these stories, professors wanting to help, this kind of stuff is possible at college. So being able to ask questions, wanting to learn, willing to just kind of ask off the wall questions that aren't necessarily towards the subject material, but they're an expert at this field. So that was a story that I found really funny. I found it very valuable because now making this video, whoever sees the video may want to look more into that strategy or something along those lines, and it could change a lot of people's family history and begin to create generational wealth for us and for everyone. But that's just one example that came today, so I wanted to make a quick video on it, and thanks again.